name is Jason Labuda. I am a graduate student at Pace University and I work at Greater New York Hospital Association. So life before just felt very dark and constrained. I I felt like I had nowhere to go and no one to talk to. I felt like, there was nothing better for me. But now everything's much better. I'm happier. I feel like I am who I was always meant to be. Um, I'm. The most traumatic experience I went through in my life was being in an abusive relationship for 2 years. We met through friends online, and then we just decided to hang out by ourselves a couple times, and it grew from there. So it started turning violent one night when I was sick at a very high temperature, and she was persistent about having sex. I didn't want to because I was sick, I felt nauseous, and I felt very achy all over. But she tried to anyway, and after about 5 minutes of fighting with me because I didn't want to do it, she threw a glass Snapple bottle at me and hit me in the head. And then she took it and hit me a couple more times with it, and then started crying and asked me why I'm not attracted to her anymore, which just seemed like complete crazy to me. So eventually things calmed down and we made up, and she left because she knew I was sick. She would hit me with objects, she would hit me with her hands. So this went on for maybe like another week, and that's when I decided to break up with her, which was a nightmare because she wouldn't accept that I wanted to break up. She wouldn't accept that it was over, so she would keep blowing up my phone all night. A couple times she would tell me she was going to kill herself, so then I'm like, well, what's going to happen if she kills herself? Then am I responsible for that?
Were you in love?
No.
Okay. Was she in love with you?
Yeah, I think she was infatuated with me. I don't think she was actually in love with me. But I think if you love someone and, they communicate that you're hurting them, then you would try to change your actions. And she never seemed to try.
Okay.
During the relationship, I mostly felt scared and trapped. I felt like I had no one to talk to and nowhere to go. I felt like my whole world was just my room in my house. That was basically the only place I could ever be, because she didn't like anyone else. She didn't like my friends. She didn't like my family. So we would just sit in my room almost all day. The final straw happened when we got into a big fight in my house, and my family was home, so she didn't want to continue the fight. So we got in my car and we went to a parking lot nearby to continue talking. And she told me that she always thinks about killing me, and that she always wishes that I would die so that she wouldn't have to deal with me anymore. And she told me that she thinks about messing with my car so that it would crash and she would just be over it and done with it. And then she went home. I do forgive her. I know she was going through a lot. She didn't have a great home life. I don't think she had great interactions with men before that, so I don't think she really had, I don't think she had a good guide of how to build a relationship with men. So I don't hold it against her anymore.
Okay.
I don't regret it. I don't regret the relationship at all, because I do think it was a waste of 2 years, but I learned a lot and I grew a lot from it, and I think I'm a better person now. So I think she's a better person now. I view the relationship I'm in now much differently. We have much more communication, and I don't feel that fear anymore. But I also know stuff that I could have done better in past relationships, and I try to just be better now. I try to learn from past relationships.